Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Listen, I'm here to let you know that one of the greatest things that you could ever do with a credit card as soon as you get one is pay off all your loans with it. All right. Listen, before we get into that, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe so that everyone around the world can know this information from Africa to Asia to North America to South America. They need to know that velocity banking, right, is the economy of the future. All right. We want to make you aware of anytime you have a credit card and that money is just sitting there. Let's say it's just $10,000, and don't even worry about the amount of the credit card, because that really doesn't matter. What does matter is how you're using it. All right. Listen, how you use anything actually is how you're going to gain the advantage over everything that you need to gain the advantage over. And this is what I mean. When you have the $10,000 here, right there in your line of credit, not your checking account, very important to distinguish, okay, the difference between having $10,000 in your checking account and having $10,000 in your line of credit. Now, if you don't know what a line of credit is, please check out my other videos where I describe what a line of credit is and how that includes credit cards, HELOCs, so forth and so on. Right? That $10,000 in your line of credit, it's not just sitting there. Okay? It's not. But $10,000 in your checking account, it's just sitting there. Right? Not only is it just sitting there, but it's losing value as it continues to sit there. Meanwhile, this $10,000 in your line of credit, and it doesn't matter if it's secured or unsecured. Now, unsecured is actually, not your money. It's other people's money, which is beautiful, right? We always want to utilize other people's money to grow our money, right? The $10,000 that's in your line of credit is going to be utilized to pay for things. So it's going to be paying for, let's say, productive expenses, all right? Let's say protective expenses. It's going to be paying for, destructive expenses. It's also going to be paying for your lifestyle expenses, all right? So, of course, we want to get rid of the destructive expenses in our lives so that we can actually place that or reallocate that money back to where it needs to be, whether it's in our lifestyle expenses, protective experiences like the insurance, or productive expenses like you're investing in a business, investing in education, investing in a Money Max account, or even a 7K Metals thing with CJ, whatever it is, investment groups with CJ, whatever you want to reallocate that money with, that's what it will go to, okay? But you got to spend and you got to invest that $10,000 somewhere, or partial of the $10,000 somewhere. Now, with lines of credit, you want to make sure that you aren't going over what amount. Because credit utilization, and remember the payments, is like 35%. How you pay your credit card or your line of credit, okay? That's like the number one thing that these credit card companies utilize to see whether your score goes up or whether it goes down. Okay, the riskier you are or the less risky you are, all right? They actually determine that by how you're treating their line of credit. So just be concerned about that, all right? $10,000. So we want to stay below or at the 30%. So what's 30% of $10,000? What is it? $3,000. So you got $3,000 to spend. All right. Perhaps you're like, well, CJ, I want to go like below, so I want 25%. $2,500 to spend. So let's go ahead and place that $2,500. Where are you going to place that $2,500? Where's it going? Well, I was thinking about stacking, buying silver or buying gold. I was going to get one gold coin. Okay, yeah. And that's about all you can get with $2,500, that one gold coin. And that's good. All right. Let's go ahead and place that into the gold, right? Which would be a what expense? If you're going to get $2,500 in gold, what expense would that be? Productive, protective, or lifestyle? It would all depend, right? It would all depend. And so let's just say you're classifying it under the protective expense because it is classified as a hedge against inflation, which we are in a massive amounts of right now, right? My goodness. Before they said it was 8.5% inflation, but listen, that's before the war, all right? Now, including the war that's going on, it's 15.4%. And so we just want to make sure that we are having this, okay, the $2,500 classified in the correct order for you, okay? The goal doesn't start with me. The goal is with you, okay? What is your definition of gold? What is your definition of it? That's where we want to stay, all right? So the $2,500, though, has been subtracted from our line of credit, which is going to leave us at $7,500, okay? So we went ahead and picked up the wrong marker. That's why it's fading on us, all right? So $7,500 we are left with in our line of credit. So now that $2,500 has gone into real money, okay, and really that $2,500 has not gone, it's just transferred. We still have that $2,500. Folks, you gotta listen to me. You got to make sure that you have the correct mindset when it comes to the lines of credit. You like how I calmed down there? Okay. When you're dealing with lines of credit, it's always going to be recognized as a transfer. With your paycheck, you are not paying your line of credit, okay? So your income comes in and it gets transferred to your line of credit, thereby replenishing the $2,500 that belonged to the line of credit. Now remember, you still have the $2,500. Why? Because you actually placed that in gold that you own. All right? Very, very important to realize. Okay? You still have the $2,500. You did not pay for gold. You simply transferred the $2,500 into gold. You still have that $2,500, right? And you can still sell that gold if need be, right? But it is a productive expense. It is a protective expense. Let's just say for this example, and that's what we're going to go with. So you have the $7,500. Remember, it got replenished by your paycheck. So now you're back at $10,000. Well, now what are you going to do with it? Okay, I know that you already have allocated, hey, I'm just going to buy gold monthly with the $2,500. That's great. But do you have a loan that you need to get rid of so that you can allocate more of that money towards your productive and your protective and your lifestyle expenses? Sure you can. Right? So once you're done with that $1,200 payment, let's say, now you can allocate it toward either what? More gold, more silver. Perhaps now you need to get into an investment group that you are transferring, right? You're transferring your currency towards that investment group. You're transferring that currency towards the Money Max account that is going to help you pay down those bad debts and build wealth. You're transferring that currency. All right. Now remember, you're not only transferring the currency, you're transferring devalued currency. It's going down in value. So you should be transferring as much as possible to make sure that your wealth is built. And that's why we're big into real estate investing. Do you know what they're not making any more of these days? Land. Man, they aren't making any more land these days. Can you believe that? Absolutely. So grab your stake in that. And so that's where we wanted to just stop and have you smell the roses. If you have a line of credit, make sure that you're able to utilize it in the wisest way possible. All right. Whether that means paying down that bad debt so you can reallocate those finances toward gold, or silver, or real estate, or those investments that you are knowledgeable of, or if you want to be a part of an investment group on a monthly basis, make sure those finances are reallocated to be calibrated with what you want to do and what your goals are for not only now, but the future and for your future generations. All right. So, folks, thank you so much. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Woo! I probably won't get back with you this week, truth be told. Why? Man, we moving out of here. So, look, I will get back with you, though. Be patient with the brother. God bless you, and you have a great night.